Holds ball in. It's still loose. And it's Lita!
Here's McAnuff, goes past a couple, into the box, get the shot off. Yes! We're at Wembley! After the ball in.
Oh, what a chance here! They've done it! Podolak!
Lafondra looking to get onside of Font. Lafondra away from David. 3-1 Reading. 3 points Reading.
Hello and welcome to the post-match reaction to our 2-2 draw against Swansea City. Late equaliser from Estevez, but not enough to pick us up the 3 points that will see our slight glimmer of hope of getting into the playoffs. But Alex, what do you make of that match?
The first half was reasonably good. We looked like a team which, had a bit about us, but the substitutions after 65 minutes pretty much changed the game, didn't they? Andre Ayew comes on and you can tell he's not a championship player.
Yeah, major difference. And also John Swift going off, which, I know a lot of fans will be thinking that we should have kept him on the pitch, but if he's not fit, he can't continue, can he? Let us know your comments as well.
Yeah, it's always going to be difficult with John Swift because he's come back from he's played 10 games this season. He's come back from an injury which has kept him out for months, and this is his third game back. And I think it was always going to be difficult to see him play 90 minutes today. It would have been nice, obviously, and it's always going to be tough when you're 1-0 up. If you do concede, obviously the game completely swings. But there's big moments there in that game which we just haven't quite had go for us. Obviously, we had a big penalty shout for Lucas Shaw, which watching the replay, I'm amazed that the linesman's missed it because it looks like a blatant, a blatant pull on Lucas Shaw. And then unfortunately, the defending on both goals isn't great. And ultimately, that's 1 win in 9 games, and that's the reason we're not going to the playoffs. It's not one moment here or there. There's poor form now, which has pretty much lasted for 25% of the season.
Yeah, 1 win in 9 isn't good enough. Mixed opinions on the John Swift substitution. We had Alan there with his faded hugely in the second half, and someone else saying that why have we not kept him on? I don't know. The one I never understand is Semedo. I will never understand why he's on that pitch. He's playing out of position. If you're playing missing, say you're going to replace Rinamoto or Lauren, I could get it, but he's not that player. Why not putting someone like a Tete? I don't hear anyone going on about Tete, but I just think
even bringing on Luco Paul, if you're going to take off Mate, would make more sense, I think, and you shift Ajario from left to right. I think saying we need a clear out is probably a bit extreme. Like at the end of the day, we are still in the top 7, top 8 of the league. We do have some talent in the side. Clearing out the entire squad would be probably slightly OTT. There's definitely some elements of the squad which are missing, though. We all know that we're missing a direct winger. We can all see it. We probably, in all honesty, we probably could do with one more striker. Not necessarily a 20-goal season, but we could do with somebody off the bench who's able to come on and just change the style more than anything.
We also need someone who can back up Swift, because Swift showed his impact today on the team. He made us play so much better. He links everything together. But when he's not playing, we don't have him there. So we need to find someone who we can rotate him with, and maybe that will limit the amount of injuries that we picked up. But overall, another game against Swansea when we haven't beaten them since 2008. We are 7th in the league. People need to remember that's not that bad. It's not a disaster. I don't feel with that. When people say, I just want to say people saying that we need to have a clear out when we're finishing 20th in the league, and they're still saying it when we finish 7th in the league. Which one do you want? Because if you're finishing 7th, you've clearly got a lot of things right. You can't have everything wrong. So I don't know exactly what people want. They just want something new all the time.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Because people want, obviously, to see us succeed and to win the league or get the playoffs. Or, we're not Man City at the end of the day. We're not going to win every year. I think I don't see us as really even. We don't have the facilities, resources for a clear out this season. we're going to lose a lot of players out who are out of contract. Obviously, in a couple of in 2 months' time, Aluko's gone. Aluko's gone. Baldock's gone. McIntyre's out of contract. Morrison's out of contract. There's a lot of work to be done over like recruitment and who's going to come in and who's going to be around next season. And Ed's point here is exactly right. It's not a clear out we need. The whole problem is that we've not got enough depth in the squad.
Quality in the squad as well, isn't it?
It's a big drop off. It's a big drop off from the first kind of 11 or 12 players who we've got in the squad to the remaining, 10 or so. And that's where the issue comes in, is we don't have those players who can be backup players.
Yeah, totally. Thanks a lot for joining us. Recruitment is a mess, but we'll talk about that on the podcast in a minute, probably again. So cheers. I'm done with this one. We'll be back after another match at some point. Can't remember off the top.